Hey everybody, it's your girl Denise back with Keto with Denise, and today I got something really special for you. You know about those times when you want that cornbread taste to go with your meals or just to have and put a little butter on it? We're about to cook up some keto cornbread. Yes, we are. So really simple, everything goes in at one time, but let's talk about the ingredients. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and turn your oven on to 350. Let it heat up while we're going through all of our ingredient mix, okay? So you probably have already watched this video, so let's just go through the ingredients. 2 cups of almond flour. Remember, that's finely grated almond flour because it cooks better, okay? I've got 3 tablespoons of flaxseed meal. This is going to help give it that grainy taste, but in a good way. That's a lot of good fiber, by the way. I've got 4 tablespoons. I'm using monk fruit. I used to use a lot of Swerve in the beginning, but I kind of switched to monk fruit. I just like the way it blends into the food and it still gives you that sweet taste. And then I've got half a tablespoon of my baking powder. Make sure it's aluminum free. And then a half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. I like to put all my dry ingredients in first and then mix them up, which we'll do, but let's just go through the ingredients. This is half a cup of sour cream, some good fat sources that we're about to put in there. 4 tablespoons of melted butter, so I got that already, and 4 eggs. So you see that this is my high fat side over here of all of my liquids, almost not quite solids. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour it all in. That's all you need to do. And we're gonna use the whisk. See, I had to use my finger on that, didn't wanna come out. We're gonna use the whisk to mix it all together. I don't like to put my dry ingredients together unless I blended them in really well. And that's what I use the whisk to do, so that flaxseed meal gets in there really good. This is gonna be a great set. And by the way, this whole ingredient is giving you 22 grams of fat and 4 net carbs per cornbread muffin. It makes about 9 servings. You can make them bigger if you want to, or you can make them smaller and just stretch it out. I like to do just the 9 servings is enough, and they're a nice size muffin at that. So now that I've gotten that mixed in really good, I'll put the whisk aside, and all I'm going to do at this point is just take my sour cream, and I want all of it because this is what keeps it really moist, makes it taste really yummy, because it gives it almost it's almost like a buttermilk taste almost, but not quite. I can go ahead and put my butter in, and I'll go ahead and put in my eggs too. So I just set that aside. And you can, if you want to just mix them a little bit just to stir it up before you actually pour them in the bowl, you can do that. Just helps to blend it a little better. I like to do it over the bowl so I don't make a mess outside. So I'm just putting all of this out of my way. I'm one of those people that like to clean as she goes when she's cooking. So now all I'm doing now is just making sure this is all blended together very well. So we're just gonna keep stirring until there's no more flour on the sides of your bowl. You wanna get a good mix of everything and just keep stirring it up. You don't want it to be pasty or really, really sticky like. It shouldn't be, because you've got the butter and the sour cream to make it a little on the flowing side, a little liquidy there, but not runny, and certainly not too sticky. Check your measurements. If you're getting a sticky consistency, that means you're missing something. More than likely, butter or sour cream. Okay, so I kind of mix it up because I don't want any lumps from the flour. Shouldn't be, but sometimes it just settles that way. So give it a good whirl, and you should be good to go. Doesn't take much. But I like to beat this thing good because I want that cornbread to come out just perfect. Okay, so now with that, I'm just going to take a 4th cup measuring cup. 4th cup. This is a good way to size it. And I kind of greased my baking pan. I took a 12-inch 12 muffin pan. You can do a 6 muffin pan. Like I said, you can make them smaller, or you can cook them 6 at a time. That's fine. You're going to bake these for about 35 minutes until they're nice and brown. If you see that they're still cooking a little bit, then leave them in for maybe a minute or 2, but not much longer, because you don't want to overcook it. So what we're going to do is just, again, take the 4th measuring cup and measure them out until you get 9 muffins. So I'll start this and put them in the oven, and then we'll come back once they're all done. So just so you see, I'm taking that 1 cup, you notice that is full, and I'm just going to dip it over. And you'll get a little runoff on the sides. You can take a paper towel and just wipe that down so it doesn't burn when it's in the oven, because sometimes that'll happen. So I kind of go back through and kind of clean up the sides, but you'll see that using a 4th measuring cup gives you an even portion size in all your muffins so that they come out nice and easy. So I'll finish this while you do yours, and then I'll put them in the oven for the 35 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll compare notes. Hey everybody, so you should be right where I am. You've baked your cornbread muffins, and here they are, all 9 of them. And by the way, I can't wait to try them, but golden brown throughout. You see the top and the bottom. This is great with any meal. You want a really home style meal? Try adding this to your dinner plans, okay? So again, it makes 9 servings. You're only going to get about 4 carbs per. Don't worry about it. You're doing great with that, okay? So with that, thank you so much for watching. Hi, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. And by the way, click the bell too so that you'll be notified when there's new content like this. Thank you again for watching.